Okay, it's been about 2 weeks since we planted our bean seed, and it's definitely time that we check on it. Now, before I go and get it, I want you to put on your scientist hats, put on your scientist goggles. Think really hard, think back to the way our beans looked 2 weeks ago when we planted them. They were just, I think it was about that, maybe as long as my finger. I'm having a hard time remembering. They were just little and they had roots on the bottom, and we planted them in the soil and they were just a little bit, just poking above the soil. So now with your scientist hats on, I want you to think, what do you think it looks like now? Have a look at your finger. Do you think it's taller than your finger now? Do you think it's taller than my finger? I'll go get it. Let's find out. All right, here it is. So, holy smokes, this bean is not a seed anymore. It's changed a lot, hasn't it? Look, I can put my finger there. It's as long as, if I make an L shape with my finger, it's about as long as the tip of my thumb. So that's pretty good. Have a good look at the leaves. It has 2 really lovely leaves. We've got a couple more little leaves down here, and then up close here, I don't know, I wonder what that's gonna be. This little part right here. Okay, I'm gonna bring over our other bean. Now, they're pretty much the same, pretty close to being the same. If I hold them where the dirt is about even, this one's a little bit shorter, but still really good. I want to show you something with this one though. What do you think these white lines are? What do you think is going on there? If I hold this up to the camera, you can see all of these white lines kind of coming out of the dirt and pressing themselves up against the glass. If you were a scientist, what would be your prediction? What would you guess that these white lines are? And what do you think they do? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have ourselves a little bean race. And so what that means is I'm going to give each of our beans a number. So we'll make this bean number 1. A little hard to see. Bean number 1. And we're gonna make this bean number 2. Okay. Now, using your scientist hats, your scientist brains, I want you to make the best guess you can. I don't know, nobody knows. But by this time next week, so 7 days from now, I want you to guess, do you think bean number 1 will be taller or bean number 2 will be taller? And then I want you to draw me a picture of whichever bean you choose, okay? And you can decide whether or not you think it's going to be taller. I have a little visitor outside. I want to show you something too. Hello, Mr. Raccoon. You know what he's doing, or she. I have a bird feeder up there. That was a cool science moment. I just wanted to share that with you. As a side note, if you want to share with me any cool animals or plants that you have come across, then please let me know. It's a really cool time right now because springtime is when all of the plants and animals are really out and about. So if you've seen anything really cool, please share with me. Okay, back to our beans. So your job is going to be to choose which bean you think is going to be bigger by next week. Bean number 1 or bean number 2. And then you're gonna draw me a picture of what you think it will look like next week, okay? If you want to draw a picture of it right now, you totally can, but I want to see your scientist predictions. So, do you think by next week it will be bigger? Do you think it will be the same? Do you think the leaves will stay the same color? Draw me a picture and show me what you think.